They ask for the truth, but they can't handle it. They want to remain stupid.
Dude, this righteous fear, man, it's different, man. It's provocative, man. I mean, I don't even know what that means. It gets the people going.
The following program was sponsored by The Circle. Everything is copywritten, so please no duplication or reenactments of their lyrical capacity. Results will end up in termination of your life or court proceedings. Thank you.
She never said that this would be easy. They will lie to you, she said. They will try to denounce you, she said. They will try to steal your gift, and she was right. Sister Abigail always spoke the truth, and so do I. So when I tell you that I knew this day would come, I am not telling you a lie. And on this day, in this moment in time right now, this very second, I can truly say that I have the whole damn world in my hand.
Salute, and welcome to class, guys. Come on in, hit that like button. That's how you pay your school tuition. Keep in mind that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth, we cater to common sense, and we do not complicate that.
You say I'm judging you, huh? I'm not judging you, but let's just say I'm judging you.
Right, guys. We got a good old topic for you today. We got an update on another topic that we actually went viral on, guys. So we back to the Tyre Nichols case. Did Demetrius Haley's ex-girlfriend receive one of the multiple images taken of Tyre Nichols, bro? This is the image right here that's in question. 5. This image was sent out 5 times, guys. And keep in mind, the father and the family, they went back and they was talking like if this didn't happen, like that's not true, it's not true, it's not true. Now, we don't actually know if she was one of the 5, but they have 4 of the people. They have tracked that photo to 4, and they have told us about 4. Now, are they covering for this girl? Because they have yet to even give us this girl's name. You know what I mean? And I understand why the family want to push things under the rug and say it's not true, because we are trained to ignore the problem. But we need to know the information, family. We need you to stop with this nigga shit and stop hiding the truth. Stop ignoring the problem as if it's gonna fix itself. If she had something to do with it, we need to know. You know what I mean? We need to stop covering up and just get it. Also, guys, I don't understand why, for the life of me, people just want to make this about black and white. People want to make this, they want to pull out the race card.
Okay, this is what we're doing here? You're gonna pull the fucking race card on me. Don't go there. Don't give me the fucking race card right now.
What do you mean, Mr. Goodbrad? What do I mean, guys? You got people reporting on this, talking about, well, why, which it's true. Oh, it's damn true. It's true. It's true.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
But still, we have 5 black folks that beat on 1 black man. Now, normally, when 5 white cops do some dumb shit, you don't hear about them getting honorable discharge. You don't hear about the proceedings with the proceedings. You don't hear about what's happening. We done heard everything that happened to these 5 officers now. And it's supposed to happen to them, but the fact that they plaster it and they push it out there to go with the storyline and the narrative that they have created, and due to our behavior and how we act, we perpetuate the nonsense. We walk right on into the trap. This is a trap and this is a system, and we walk right on into the system. We do that. Yeah, it get rolled out to us, but we walk right on into it. All right, so we need to remove the race card and we need to see shit for what it is. So let me start off with my guy, Confidence the Creator, because he was feeling like how I was feeling, guys. I was ready to be off this situation, the family denying shit. So it's like, you know what? If they don't want the truth, and I mean, and they the family, then fuck it. You know what I mean? So let's get into this piece that the creator did. Remember, guys, I'm just here to deliver the news. I have no stake in this. You know what I mean? I pretty much told y'all what I said. We know what it is. Black Lives Matters is fake. It's, please, officer, don't kill my brother. Let me kill my brother. So y'all know my approach. Now I'm just here to give y'all and keep y'all up to date with what's new and what's real about this situation.
So, a few days ago, I came out with this video about Tyre sleeping with a cop's baby mom. I've seen multiple people talk about this, and I honestly don't know who to believe. But the family is saying it's not true. Roll a clip.
Don't anybody believe that mess. They're trying to get out of this, but they're not. At a time when Rodney Wells should be grieving the death of his son.
Yeah, but Rodney, yo, I get what you mean. They're not gonna. It's apples and oranges here. We need to know so that we can tie it in, so we can tie him in. Now, we need to know because we got to tie him in. Don't be protecting the girlfriend now. Don't be protecting the girlfriend. We know she ain't do it. She ain't have nothing to do with it. But we need to tie it in.
Instead, he's having to address what he calls rumors. Wells took time outside his home at a prayer vigil Monday to address protesters. This is a scene where a makeshift memorial now stands in honor of 29-year-old Tyre Nichols. Monday, the prayer vigil took place in the very spot where Nichols had that second encounter with officers. The police tried to cover it up. They still is trying to spread rumors about my son that are not true. For anybody who thought that these rumors were true, they are not. Just feet from Monday's prayer vigil.
And right there, guys, I don't think Pops understand the right rumors. There are other rumors. There's several rumors. There's no reason. Even if your son was sleeping with the officer, he don't deserve to die. So that's no need for them. But you get what I'm saying? I don't think the dad is on to the right rumors and the rumors that he needs to shun.
Protesters looked up high. There they saw the sky camera that's now shown the world what Nichols endured. To know that my son was calling out my wife's name, and we was not able to hear him to help him, was devastating.
But the person who broke the story is doubling down with another 4-hour live. Roll a clip.
On that TV. And again, we the ones that broke the story about.
Yeah, guys, remember we broke this story with him. We reacted to one of his lives, and he broke the story. And I don't understand why he doubled down. And this is what I mean. When the majority mindset, when the herd apply that pressure, then even if you're a genius, even if you know what you're talking about, you'll end up folding. You know what I mean? This man folded, and he stick around, guys, because he was right. He was on to something. He was on to something. He was absolutely right, guys.
The baby mother of Demetrius Haley. We broke the story, and the rest of the world ran with it. Now, Fox News, I've sent my story to every news outlet. Fox News, CNN, NBC. I've sent them to all of them. And I told them, old man broke the story, and this is what's going on.
I don't know, man. People saying he's wrong, but he's saying the family wouldn't know because it's still under investigation. And he says this Newsweek article explains that.
Erica Williams, the director of...
Now, hold on, Confidence. He really didn't double down. If that's what you call doubling down, he didn't double down. He actually stood on his ground. He said he stood his ground. He said he sent his story to Fox. He standing his ground. He didn't double down.
Communications at the Shelby County District Attorney's Office clarified Newsweek that rumors about Nichols having a connection to the woman may have not been confirmed yet. We know that there have been questions about other officers and fire department personnel on the scene, persons remotely operating cameras, the potential of false reporting, among other things. We are now at the stage of our investigation where we are looking to all of these matters, Williams told Newsweek. Following the death of Nichols, rumors circulated on social media that there was a connection between the ex-girlfriend and our ex-wife of Haley and Nichols. Breaking news, I am being told that Nichols was in a relationship and worked at the Memphis FedEx with the Memphis police, Demetrius Haley's ex-girlfriend and baby mama. After the beaten officer, Haley took pictures of Tyre's face and sent them to his baby mama. Actor CJ Mojer wrote on Twitter. Newsweek previously conducted a fact check surrounding the claim as unverified due to lack of evidence. Additionally, Facebook user John Bear said he recently spoke to Nichols' parents, who said the rumor was not true. Now, how in the fuck? After the introduction, I asked them any message that they want me to send to the community. Yes, with the stern form. He said, squash that rumor about our son dating one of those officers' wives or girlfriend. Squash that rumor. This is not true. Best, who is the general manager for the school's radio TV station, he wrote. In a tweet Wednesday afternoon, Alex Capiro of News Nation wrote, claims of Tyrese was in a relationship with the ex-partner of Officer Demetrius Haley and that Nichols was targeted because of it. A spokesman for Nichols' family attorney says they have no evidence to support that. Not saying that it ain't true. They're saying they have no evidence. It's under investigation.
Right. That's exactly how I see it, guys. So I don't know how y'all see it or how y'all read into it or interpret it.
If you want to stop the pain of your separation,
like that, guys. I interpret it for what it is. You know what I mean? They don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and nobody want to say what's going on behind the scenes to save face, guys. But you're gonna need to get. We're gonna need to get to the evidence. You're gonna need to know what happened. We're gonna need to know what happened. All right, let's get back, guys.
So you can see he's doubling down. I'm honestly gonna assume that the parents are way more informed than a YouTuber, but he seems really confident.
You dumb motherfuckers, they're not saying that it's not true. What they're saying is it's under investigation. So for Tyre step-pappy to come out and make a claim and say that it's not true and try to shut it, how the fuck would he know if the investigation is still open? He called the cops a liar. He said the cops covered up shit. And then he sat up there and said, it ain't true. But how the fuck would you know that if the investigation is not closed? These people did not say that this is not true. What they're saying is they're investigating, because this could mean first-degree murder charges. If any of those officers said that this man told us to pull this person over because he had drugs on him, and they plotted this and they find out this, those officers are going to tell. And when they do, the story's going to come out.
Yeah, he could be reaching. I don't know, to be honest. But let's also talk about the chief as well, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. Some of y'all press me about this baby mama situation. Some of y'all press me about the chief. And some of y'all just need therapy, because there isn't any reason you should be getting this worked up about a YouTube video. But anyways, I looked into her. Was she dirty? According to what I read, she is, or was. In 2008, she was fired for telling 2 detectives not to investigate a child pedo case where a female sergeant's husband was caught in pictures with a child in their birthday suit.
Wow. Now, I thought these was the women sent here to... I thought women were the nurturers and the carer of kids more than men. Wow. And these are the women in our position of power, guys. You see the men. You see the men in power.
The husband was convicted in 2009 and the chief was fired. In my opinion, that might have been one of the reasons why she acted so quickly in Tyre's case, because she didn't want that backlash. But I also found it interesting that people were calling her a single mom when she's married with a kid. To be honest with you, the assumptions were crazy, and I still think blaming this situation on her or single moms is crazy. Blaming this situation on anything but police brutality is crazy. But anyways, bonus clip.
What's up, guys? So a lot of you know me for my Spanish content, but a lot of you also know that I was a former Memphis police officer between the years of 2016 and 2021. And I just want to give some insight into the Tyre Nichols incident that's going on with my former police department, so stay tuned. So people have been asking me, I left the department in the end of 2021 after 5 years of service, and people ask me all the time, what do you think about the Tyre Nichols incident? moving forward. And there are some points that I want to point out after watching the video and kind of seeing what's been going on in Memphis that I think will be really interesting to you. So 2 of the 5 officers I did patrol with personally and did have a personal relationship with 2 of the 5. So I'm going to be talking from a personal standpoint and from a standpoint as a former Memphis police officer and what I see moving forward. And even though I know 2 of the 5 personally and I patrolled with them personally and had a relationship with them, this in no way excuses any of their actions that partook about 2 weeks ago with the Tyre Nichols incident. The first thing I want to talk about, which is utter BS, is you'll see a lot of...
Hold on, bro. And you look like you could run with them. You look like you was running with one of them, yo.
Conservatives, but see a lot of far-right conservatives say, why did he run? He would still be alive if he ran. That's not a guarantee. So the first thing that came out was that this all started because this was a reckless driving. But now the chief of the department is saying that there is no evidence of reckless driving, which means you can't say that if he never ran that he would still be alive when the stop was illegal in the first place. Now I have had to pull out people, rip people out of a car aggressively at gunpoint with foul language many a times, but most of those people were murderers, robbers, sexual assaulters, the worst of the worst, where you needed to meet violence with violence. Never once did I put my gun in the face of somebody who I suppose for reckless driving, right? So from the get-go, you have a man who was not guilty of anything fleeing from the police because he's scared because he doesn't even know why he's getting pulled over in such an aggressive manner. So as a black male, I probably would have ran too, and I was the police for 5 years. Number 2, there is no way, form, or fashion that you take a police boot and you strike a man's face multiple times while he's on the ground. No form, no way, no fashion. There is no way that that is excusable. I don't care who you're fighting. A kick to the face right here, that can be lethal. And unless you're trying to intentionally kill somebody, that is not a tactic that is taught, nor should ever be used. Number 3, if you are a police officer, I don't care how cool you are, people, you never, ever, ever let your fellow officer do anything that you wouldn't let be done to you. You are just as guilty as the lynch mobs who used to lynch black people and watch them die and get lynched, even though they never put a hand on them. You are just as guilty.
Yes, it's true. Oh, yes, it's true. And this is what I tell you guys, yo. Don't come at me talking this white supremacy, white privilege. It's no more, guys. It's over. It's over. It's old. It's old. Stop living through Kunta Kinte. All right, guys?
And my last point, everybody from the beaters to the paramedics to the regular officers on the scene that stood there and watched is going to lose their job and should, because once you look at somebody, no matter what crime they did, and you take the human out of them, you have now also lost your humanity and now your freedom.
I'm done covering this topic. Rest in peace, Tyre. That's all I got for y'all. Hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm out.
Facts, guys. Go check him out, yo. That's Confidence the Creator, be real good dude, yo. I love his content, yo. Salute to you, Confidence. But word, guys, I'm on it. I'm on it. So let's get straight on into the next piece of content right here. The truth with proof, guys. The truth with proof. Because, yeah, that photo, it's not a rumor. It's not a rumor, guys. It's not a rumor.
Well, this new thing that we found out involving Demetrius Haley just proved without the shadow of a doubt that so far, out of all of the cops that were involved with Tyre Nichols' murder, he very well might be the worst and trashiest one of them all. So if y'all remember, there was a rumor that went around that Tyre Nichols was messing around with Demetrius Haley's ex-girlfriend, and that after they were brutally beating him, that he took a picture of Tyre and sent it to his ex-girlfriend. And then the stepfather came out and addressed the media and said that that was a rumor that was started on social media and it just spread like wildfire. Well, fast forward to now, some new information that's legit has just come out about Demetrius Haley and some imagery where apparently Demetrius took a picture, or maybe pictures, of Tyre Nichols' badly beaten body and texted it out to at least 5 people. Now, they haven't specified if one of those 5 people was the ex-girlfriend that everyone was saying that he sent it to. Now, that was dumb on his part, because during an investigation like this, all they got to do is go to the company and to the provider that your cell phone carrier is on and pull those phone records, even if you try to delete the messages that are sent. And they can find out what you sent and who you sent it to. So I'm going to go ahead now and read this article coming from the New York Times that was posted September 7th, 2023. As Tyre Nichols sat propped against a police car, bloody, dazed, and handcuffed after being beaten by a group of Memphis police officers.
He said September, but you guys know what he meant, guys. You know he meant February. You know what I mean? He meant February. So don't play dumb. Don't try to hold him to the date. He meant February.
One of those officers took a picture of him and sent it to at least 5 people, the Memphis Police Department said in documents released by the state on Tuesday. The documents painted a picture of repeated misconduct by the officers, starting in the first moments after Mr. Nichols was pulled over for a traffic stop, through an arrest carried out with excessive force, and continuing on through the many minutes when Mr. Nichols lay on the street in dire need of medical help. Sending the photograph, taken on a personal cell phone, to acquaintances, including at least one outside of the police department, violated policies about keeping information confidential, according to the documents. So, based on when it said to at least one outside of the police department, is alluding to me that 4 out of the 5 people that he sent this picture to were within the department. So it makes you wonder, who was that one person outside of the police department that he sent it to? But police officials said it was also part of a pattern of mocking, abusive, and blatantly unprofessional behavior by the officers that also included shouting profanities at Mr. Nichols, laughing after the beating, and bragging about their involvement. I swear, if you was to close your eyes and you didn't know how any of these guys looked, any of these terrorists looked, you would swear they were white supremacists.
It's true. It's damn true.
By point of what a white supremacist would and has done to black people historically. Him sending that picture out is the equivalent of what they did to our ancestors back in the day when they would lynch them. Take a picture of it, of them standing in front of the body, and sending it out to family members as postcards for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or any other celebratory holiday, or maybe a birthday. This is exactly what he did. The revelations came in internal affairs documents that the Memphis Police Department sent to a state agency, in which the department asked for the 5 officers who have been charged with second-degree murder in Mr. Nichols' death to be decertified, meaning they could no longer work as police officers anywhere in the state. They don't need to be working as cops anywhere, but I have a feeling where they're going, that won't be an issue. In the documents, police officials describe how the officers worked together as they severely beat Mr. Nichols, appeared to relish the assault afterward, and then made a series of omissions and false claims in their reports about what happened. Officer Demetrius Haley, who sent the photographs and who forced Mr. Nichols out of his car. Now, peep that. He's the one that pulled Tyre out of the car. So this lets you know right here, this guy was the main aggressor. Like, he was ready for the smoke immediately. But then when you look about the video that I did about his past behavior, it's not surprising. After Mr. Nichols ran away from the officers, several of them caught up with him a few minutes later and unleashed a series of punches and kicks while he was being restrained. And when one officer met with Mr. Nichols' mother afterward, the officer refused to provide an accurate account of what had happened. The police official said, imagine being the mother of Tyre Nichols, and you had to come face to face with one of the cops that was involved with brutally beating your child, and you don't even know what happened because they're not giving you the proper information. Despite policies requiring officers to activate their body cameras during all law enforcement encounters and activities, none of the officers' body cameras captured the entire incident, according to the documents. One of the officers, Emmett Martin III, at one point put his body camera in his car, the court documents said. In reports after the January 7th assault, at least 2 of the officers said that Mr. Nichols had tried to grab an officer's gun, a claim for which there is no evidence. That's because it didn't happen, according to the documents, while leaving out details of the beating.
So guys, it sounds like they're reconstructing the crime scene. They doing all types of shit. We also have a video coming out because they documented that on video cam. They docketed the footage, guys. This is crazy, guys. This is absolutely black supremacy right here. This is black supremacy.
Which did happen. All 5 of the officers, or the terrorists, were fired by the police department, as was a 6th who had fired a taser at Mr. Nichols as he ran away. City officials said on Tuesday that 7 more police officers were being investigated for possible policy violations in connections with the beating of Mr. Nichols, who died 3 days after the assault. They said 7 more. So this has gone from 6. Well, remember there was another one at the unidentified. So technically it's gone from 7 to 14.
Damn.
If I'm reading this correctly. We're still adding names to the list, Cyril Davis, the city's police chief, said at a city council hearing on Tuesday, in which council members sought accountability from police and emergency management officials. In the newly released documents, police officials said that Mr. Haley had admitted to sending a photograph of Mr. Nichols to at least 5 people, including 2 fellow officers, a civilian employee of the department, and a female acquaintance. See, now people are going to start wondering, was it this X again? Because remember, they said it was a rumor, but now it's coming back up. They said it's a female acquaintance, which of course would be the person who's not attached to the police department. So
absolutely. So who are we protecting? And then it goes back to what I said. I mean, why? Like, y'all gotta get to the truth. Something tells me they know the truth and they're handling it, but they just not trying to let the public know what it is to save face for the girl. And that's a goddamn shame, y'all. Remember where you heard it first, guys. Please like, share, subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell, guys, so that you get the notification.
Now people are going to try to figure out who is this female acquaintance. A 6th person also received the photo, so now it's a 6th person. That's crazy. Which means who knows, it could have been sent or forwarded as a text from one of the people to another person. Mr. Haley's lawyer, Michael Stingall, declined to comment. The state agency, the Tennessee Peace Officers Standards and Training Commission, received the decertification request on January 25th. A hearing has not yet been scheduled. Videos of the beating that were released by the city last month appear to show Mr. Haley taking pictures of Mr. Nichols a few minutes after the beating, when the officers had propped him up against the car. The video shows Mr. Haley shining a flashlight on Mr. Nichols and appearing to take a photograph with his phone. He then looks briefly at his phone and a few seconds later appears to take another picture. That's what I was asking before. Did he take one picture or did he take multiple? And based on this, he took multiple.
Right.
Memphis Police Department policy prohibits officers from using personal cell phones while performing patrol duty. Lieutenant Essica Cage Rosario, the president of the Memphis Police Association, wrote letters to each of the 5 officers, terrorists, saying that the union objected to the department's move to fire them before the state had completed its investigation into Mr. Nichols' death. Lieutenant Cage Rosario also said that the department had not provided the union with body camera video or statements from the officers and witnesses before moving to fire them, adding that those were only a few examples of the gross violations of the officer's right to due process. Who cares at this point? And I think it's good that they moved as fast as they did, because who knows where this would have been right now. They probably would have been trying to drag this out, but see, what they were really worried about is that it's sending a shockwave to other departments that they might do something like this going forward. Remember, domino effects. But these were black cops too. So we've seen how they did this or do this kind of thing with PC cops. But see, they're black cops this time, mostly, not all of them, but mostly.
And that's a fact, guys. That's what I was telling you about in the beginning of this. That's good. Don't blur the lines with that distraction. Don't worry about them. Let's worry about our crime. Let's worry about this is crime. This is black on black. We want justice. We don't want him to get the white boy treatment. No. Fuck that. We'll deal with that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We want justice. We want justice for Tyre.
So there's a different set of rules. The documents also fault several officers for not providing information to emergency medical workers who arrived after the beating. Mr. Haley, the documents say, did not assist medical workers who asked that he remove handcuffs from Mr. Nichols, and other officers did not disclose details about the beating that could have helped the workers provide better care. A state board last week suspended the licenses of the first 2 emergency medical technicians who arrived on the scene, saying they had not provided medical care to Mr. Nichols for 19 minutes after arriving. The fire chief said that the lieutenant in charge of the EMTs had never gotten off the fire truck. Police officials also said in the documents that a civilian had witnessed at least part of the encounter and had recorded the officers with a cell phone. The witness's opinion of the incident, according to the documents, was that officers had left the injured subject lying on the ground and handcuffed and unattended. Only one officer, Justin Smith, made a substantive comment as part of the police department's termination proceedings. Police officials said Mr. Smith had held Mr. Nichols by one of his arms while his partner pepper sprayed Mr. Nichols and struck him excessively with a baton. In his prepared statement, Mr. Smith said that he had been the first officer to call for medical help and also said that Mr. Nichols was violent and would not comply. The videos released by the city do not show Mr. Nichols ever striking the officers. So remember, I was keep telling y'all about who was Justin Smith, because that's the one we didn't hear about. Well, we're hearing a little bit about him now. It's just not a backstory, but just a little bit about what he did here. And it shows right here, he ain't itch either, just like the rest of them. The police had stopped Mr. Nichols, a 29-year-old FedEx worker and photographer, on the evening of January 7th as he drove along a street near his mother's house. The officers reported that he had been driving recklessly. I'm gonna keep, go past that because it's the rehashing of that particular situation. At the council hearing, Chief Davis said that the 7 additional officers facing discipline who have not yet been identified, including several who had not actually been at the scene of the assault. She said the department struggled from a lack of supervisory staff, saying that it was a bigger problem than training and that the department had been short on higher ranking officers for years. The department currently has about 1 supervisor for every 10 frontline officers. Chief Davis said while studies have recommended 1 supervisor for every 6 or 7 officers. The follow also extended to the fire department, with the fire chief terminating 2 emergency medical technicians who had been the first medical workers to arrive on the scene, as well as a fire lieutenant. While on the police force, Mr. Haley was reprimanded in 2021 for failing to file a report after grabbing someone by the arm while making an arrest. And I'm not going to continue to go into that because that's going into some stuff I already mentioned about him in a previous video. And that's pretty much it. But that's crazy. That is wild. So yeah, it's like I said, it's really not looking too good for any of them, but especially not him. This one right here seems to be the one with the most issues out of all of them. I mean, the fact is bad enough that they beat this man to death like that, to the point where he died, because he didn't die at the scene, but to the point where he died. But then to take pictures of him and send it out to people like it was supposed to be some kind of a trophy of what you did. That is one of the lowest points that you could ever be at. I don't even consider this dude to be a human being. He's an entity of some otherworldly spot, some place that we don't even know is in existence, except for the fact that he's here.
Word, nice said, perfectly said. Guys, I ain't gonna hold y'all any longer. We ain't fitting to beat a dead horse. People gonna believe what they want to believe. People want to remain stupid, and you can't force them to remain you can't force them to believe anything. You know what I mean? So y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly, do not play with your life, and pops, it don't look like it's a motherfucking rumor, yo. Be careful what you screaming. You know what I mean? You might be helping protect the bad guys. All right, guys, we need to get to the truth. But y'all stay busy. Y'all keep yourself safe. You know what I mean? They out here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep yourself safe. They out here. Whole lot of hell of a sons. Whole lot of prostitutes.
Okay. So you guys following Mr. Goodbread, you got problems with women? Like and subscribe. Trouble with self-improvement? Like and subscribe. Beef with other channels, content creators? Call Mr. Goodbread. Like and subscribe. But here's the catch. You ain't getting no views? Fuck you. Pay me. Oh, you want in on his videos? Fuck you. Pay me. No one's watching your videos? Fuck you. Pay me. So what do? When you can't upload any more content, you strike a match and you blow up the bitch.